Hello, hello, and welcome. Let's see. Please pardon my tardiness. It has been a morning. It's been a while. And we're here. Where are we? I am at the circus, my circus, because it's me, Phoenix Electra, because I'm so vain. I show up in so live and do all sorts of, well, mostly it's been sewing. I need to get back to the other stuff that we do. Let's consult. Are we really here? I've got a disaster in front of me. And myself together. Alright. Let's see if we can take this look. Rise to the red bar. Just shower. That's me. There comes down. Not one chat period. Two chats maybe. I've got silver thread. I've got items. I've got this. I've got that. And what's on the thumbnail today? Pants. These spectacular coveralls, as well as our zombie apocalypse target pants of our dreams. I also have here two of these little sushi zipper packs. This is the sushi with some wasabi in it, and these things. Little stitch up art. Yes, get yourself collected. Ouch! Holy moly! What? It's been a week. It's been a couple weeks. Everything's just funny, and if my spidey senses tell me anything, it's just going to get more spicy and funny. So that strap in, boys and girls, 'cause the show has just begun. You can play on this little bracelet motif cut out with this. So many things. I pulled out giant spool O'Brown. Let's try this one on. It's so big, so fresh, so industrial. Perfect. I like the thickness of this. I think it will be good. Because what are we sewing, facing, and interfacing on the fold coveralls? I fold the button attachments, a couple of them, and and a few other things. This tension is going to be coming in time. And where's our snips? Pardon me for 1 second. I gotta take 2 steps to this direction and grab. We're back. I'm so the coverall pants. There's the bottom. Here is the coverall section. So for the front, I have where is next? So DMB. One of these is very this one. Two pieces of the same fabric to which I have pressed on the stabilizer that we've been quilting on. I like the firmness of it. I think it will be helpful because this fabric is quite flimsy for when we get to the button holder section. But first, these pieces need to be attached, and I thought I'd be smart and with some of the lengths of extra what we use for the ruffles. Have the rolled home edge present, and then pressed on the stabilizer. So we're going to sew it right sides together this way, and then finger press, top stitch, stitch close to the rolled hem section on the inside, and we're going to put a whole bunch of buttonholes. So today it should be fun. One side, put on a foot, finish threading up the machine. Little snips must be somewhere right where I left them. I just don't know where that happens to be right now. Nope. So this thread is going to be fun. I can tell. It's a little thick. It's got definitely. So I'm going to find the threading bird because I don't think that would be a useful tool. Oh, what was useful was me knitting my clothes. To its hands. Yes, passion taking. I know it's so flexible. Let's watch Phoenix thread the sewing machine. Painfully slow. Oh, there's the snips. All this stuff that people in the beautiful curated videos. I've been all this shit out. And I'm like, man, it's time for editing. I'm going to what it's actually like in the mind of the crazy. Alright. One threading bird. Let's. Yeah, I was trying to like be early for our shows, and work decided to do work things, and we were late. So pause. Man, there's solar storms, there's earthquakes, there's this, there's that. Oh, and I reposted it yesterday. Oh, I didn't repost my own show today. The Path Forward episode here on Rumble. Show link in a little bit. But let me get the piece I drew out. Smile, we're happy to be at the sewing machine. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be making something amazing. Crazy coveralls, because they are center front closing. They're wrapper. They're like bib front, but they're not bib. I think I'm gonna start way down at this crotch section. Sure. Yeah, at the very top there will be. I'm gonna put a fleece in after we put together the sleeves. Not sleeves. Straps. What are you doing, Trouble? I forgot the snacks, and I forgot the snack sack. It's a good time. Good time when I'm ready for the snacks. The show is just beginning. With work to do and stitches to sew. So now I'm going to give this a good finger press open, and Here it was. Get explained. I'm just going to advance this. I see extra schmitz. We don't really be going through the works. Hey, what's up, Loki? How you doing, Hansaman? Yeah? You come see TV? I still don't have snackies, but you are more than welcome to keep me company. Yeah, this week has been funny. Too fast, too slow. Oh, right. Yesterday's special edition. I forget all of the stories of the experiences that is the Michael yarn. It's kind of an enigma. And he told the story again about his time hunting. I'm going to forget his proper name, but his moniker was Craig the Cannibal. Yep. Who was part of a cannibal cult. And I forget that people are that weird and that horrible. And that those, every time I hear about it again, I'm like flabbergasted and then just equal measures. This is why we're not can't so happy mummer necklace when we're gonna talk about cannibal cults. She deserves better than that. There you go. Yeah, so he spent copious amounts of time hunting down and subsequently interviewing this guy, Craig, who I guess it just makes it so slippery. Oh yeah, moved to India. I'll just and that cannibal cults have been a thing, and then there's cultures which kind of okay, segue of stories that aren't mine. Who's that the one? Oh, I'm gonna forget. I think I heard it on Redonkulous about these American soldiers who were in the Congo. Oh, African American. Oh yeah, that was the episode. Black American soldiers who were stationed in the Congo who thought they were just going to go native, but did not realize, and I don't know if I knew or I did know, and I heard it in passing and forget because I don't often need to spend brain allocate brain matter for the notion that is there are tribes of cannibals in the Congo. That is a thing, and these guys just left their post, set up some camp in the jungle, and had to be saved by other soldiers from the cannibals. They were like, yeah, they're just going to accept us. The fallacy that is assuming because of a phenotype you will be accepted. Color does not make you acceptable or accepted into a green environment. Those other examples. That's just me wanting it to be better than last time. Welcome in, everyone. Slow and steady, we're piling in just like I did. I had like 8 million into people. And I'm like, oh, Phoenix, is it better to be unseemingly late or to be interrupted? And I'm gonna have to go with it rather than a little bit. So here we are. But we're gonna play with the button hole attachment momentarily. Because I'm going to sew brackets on both sides. The button, the whole side, it's going to just to add some structure to those holes. And because the buttons themselves are going to add stress, why not? Hello, Miss Mona. How are you today? We're sewing button brackets and gonna play with the buttonhole attachment. I just am feeling like fancy feet today. Oh my goodness gracious, it's chilly today. I just wish it would rain, but it sounds like who knows when that's ever gonna happen again. Sounds too cold out east. Is it still like asterisk in some places? Crazy, crazy today. Alright, one button bracket placed. And all of this work is just going to be on the inside. I'm going to stitch it on the other side. And we'll have a nice stabilized piece. And we'll get to the buttons. And what did we learn from Allie? Oh wait, we are going to stitch around the buttonhole once. Then we're going to slice it through the center and stitch it through again. And I think, what did we learn for ourselves the last time? That to ensure everything stays lined up, we're going to do our slicing of the whole while without moving the fabric. Just everything in place. Just getting the feel of how fast I need to sew with this thread because it's chunky. It doesn't. I just need to slow down and relax today. Deep breaths. I can't wait. The lilies. I don't know if I can call them Easter lilies. It's far past Easter. I have no idea when they're going to bloom. I'm just going to pause for a second. I feel like something is not right. Feel alright. What I'm getting funny faces about is the bottom of this button placket and where it needs to interface with the beginning of the crotch seam. But the main body of the fabric just needs to move a little bit more. So I'm wondering if I want to just put it relocate towards the bottom and start the buttonholes here. And then that more outfit there, you can't see. On this more narrow portion, I'll just attach that down afterwards. The top where it's going to get more fiddly bits nicely attached. So let's pick out a button. Actually, we're going to pick out buttons at the very end based on whatever's left. Maybe we want them to. Should we do something smart and like measure where we're going to put these buttons? Oh, fancy that, Phoenix. Hey, handsome. Do you think it's time that I need to take a break and just give cats pets? I can work with this. Let me get there's something to. I know we're flashing at Loki so often. You're stealing the show, kid. You're stealing the show. Plus I keep doing Rumble updates. We'll save that for a little bit. Just, oh, I'm getting pencil. Hey, Trouble, I'm not getting cat snacks right now. I'm getting marking pencil. Oh no. Are you? There going to be a changing of the cats. Don't be troublesome. Why don't you just come sit on the back of my chair? Ugh, this little dude is sitting right, trying to steal my pencil. But yeah, I'm just going to move it, grab my ruler. See how far everything is in the center. Maybe 1 inch because that'll be for the facing. So if I can put a button on the facing section. I'll do this. Let's do 1, 2, 2.5. Oops, I'm not going to get on the machine. I'm just going to go a little. Let's come into my spicy 2.5 register. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I actually make 3 because I forgot that I took the test? Now, 1, 2. I'm looking. No, I took the 1, 2. Hard work it is making sure these buttons are there. But 1, 2. Great. Now I know where I'm going to put my buttons. Right at a button holder setup. Ah, let's make sure we remember all the steps. We're going to need one of these food dog covers. And underneath it, we could make a big longish style button. Let's do that. We'll just put this one in here. So snap that down. Cuts it off. Are we going to do a practice button? Who's got time for that? So I need to use one of these something like this to cover up the feed dogs because I need the tool is just going to move the fabric where it needs to go and I don't want anything to touch. Let's try this one. If I recall correctly, it also need to be had just enough pressure by hand because the attachment works on this machine. It's not quite right because I need needle to pass through unobstructed air. Remember how this machine tool gets stuff apart. Needle threaded. Check. Food dog cover engaged. Don't hit your head with the microphone. Button forward. Getting set up. So the big honky chunk go towards the back end. And this will work a little bit better since we recently cleaned up the needle and the jigger. There you go. I need to get the little forked bit attached on the back side of the needle holder and then get the rest of the attachment. Screwed up. Alright, now please go. Oh, and this is going to be funny because I need to hold the feed dog cover, which I can no longer do. I'm not moving. I don't touch anything. Look after. Anything that could be a possible impediment. Oh, why am I holding my breath and like that? Yes, so just not look at it. Oh, I need. Oh, okay. Needle down. I can't see that he does see. Oh, then. I have to make sure that I get everything. Alright. Let's see how this looks before we drew up over it. What a chunky. Gently. I don't have to worry about finding things up perfect. I'll just pretend that I'm very good to the best of my ability. I think it's the best choice in this situation. So I have to memory is just get the needle threaded and attached. So you continue to diagnose and things. Instead of list of things, it got real silly. Well, let me do this. Fascinating, fascinating. With that needle is so impressive. I almost jumped into my chair. I don't know about you. Really jumped here. He's like so easy. Came off the road, like this shredded. There's a little bit more room. It's a little bit chunky, which will be good for button things. I don't want to shred open button. Really interesting ones. Something to the music. Deep phase 4 stuff. I don't know if the pumpkins or summer squash. One of those two options. Oh wait, that got me down that rabbit hole and I still didn't look to see. So I usually just think of the yellow summer squash in favorite application. Oh, am I mixing up zucchini and squash? The summer squash, but why can't I? Let's get back to this button here. I'm just going to do touch the pressure for over. Just gonna watch the flip. Continue this stitch. Not too fast, not too just Oop. No, I don't even need bobbin thread. We are just having of course, I can't get there without moving steps. Jump here! Wow, we are too full of the spears today. What a great show we're having. Let's get this out of here. Where you're supposed to be. Damn curtain, who taught me? Yeah, because we can't have the food dogs engaged because they're going to want to pull the material towards you, towards the camera. But because this machine doesn't have a built-in zigzag foot where the needle moves, I get that same effect. However, the attachment moves the entire piece of fabric. So I don't need friction in one direction as I'm trying to drive the opposite way. Two, three. Deep breaths. You can do this. Turn the bottom corner, going up the side. Okay, so far so something. Oh, I think we might have a whole button in a second here. That's one. Fingers and toes. And now back at the beginning. I'm going to in between. How did we do this the last time again? Oh, you know what? We'll use the last. And here we have one pass of our buttonhole that's super awesomely great to see because we've got down on down. I'm going to take my snips and just up to, but not through the other side of the button. Stick my little finger through the buttonhole. Gonna get everything lined up under where we think we had it the last time. Do it again. Don't speak too much. And then theoretically it should be nice reinforced and nice looking button. I don't know how I did it where I didn't take the fabric up off the attachment, but hopefully we still have a hole that we can stick our finger through when we're done. Now if there's a hole in it, there we go. Oh, somehow got a little bit off, so I'm just gonna do it. And there's a double stitched over buttonhole on Singer 27, a white buttonhole attached. That's what we got. Yeah, I think it's just gonna say not terrible words about my ability to maintain that my preferred location is the feed dog cover. Oh, that's right. The school is so big that it's got just enough grip because it's just chunky enough. And I think between the two layers of fabric plus the iron-on stabilizer, it's like we're down to a lot of material. And contemplating putting different. No, it's not. Let's try something that's going to slide a little bit easier for all of these. I must be like super contrasty, but so far we've been kind of not too showy with these. They're like functional overalls. Really. And these are what I was making in the second. Got here. But Dove made the great suggestion this morning of on the shoulder strap sections to add a narrow strip of wraparound to coordinate with the bottom of the pants and on the rainbow content. You make that to be too flexible. Yeah, see this did. I really like it. What is this? Ah, hello, Jeff. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? How is your making going? Oh, everybody's working on so many fun things. Just want to make one of each in my own way. First up is wild and crazy coveralls. The number of pockets in our coveralls. You guys saw that right? Absolutely. Leaving my pockets for the cargo. Yeah. We have garments with nothing, or garments with every single one. And I've pulled a couple of zippers so we can we can work on those also. Alright, let's do buttonhole number 2. Okay. Ah, you're working on a quilt top like always. That's perfect. Sounds about right. I keep thinking on all these big fun projects and then also looking at my scrap cookie pile and I'm like, I really want all of the patchwork quilted corset things, each panel on a, like a tiny scale to do different quilt block, something ridiculous because why work on a giant scale when you can do tiny? It's really torture ourselves. I think I'm gonna like this thread better for these buttons so you can actually see. I couldn't help myself. I saw 2 for $4 a habanero plant and a different kind of a pepper. Alright. And I thought for that price I just couldn't help myself. Those came home. Okay. Oh, that's good. Like a needle poke just to the side. Alright, yeah, this was a better choice. Alright, let's do pass number 2. You found some corduroy at Hobby Lobby and you want to make overalls or a skirt. Oh, that sounds spectacular. Oh, sugar snaps. I need to mute myself. Holy fluffers. Alright, I'll be right. Sorry about that. We are here. Oh, where was I? Oh, that's right. I was extolling the virtues that are going to be these coveralls with the ruffles at the bottom. With instead of button closures at the side, we're having a center front button closure because why? This is what happened. Here we are. We're back. I'm gonna just take a breath, be collected, and not wonder why. The circus, the small, the mighty, the brave, the daring. Hey, handsome! Yeah, you thought it was time I needed a moment with my emotional support cat. Yeah, I think you're right, Loki. Thanks for wanting food. And I had to step away. And you know what I still didn't do? Grab the snacks back. I haven't, I don't think that, I wish I had some corduroy in my collection. That is a fabric I haven't seen in a while. But I love the way it feels, that soft, when it, oh, soft and ridgy. Oh, Loki, I was like, what is that? It's two-handed. Are you having an out-of-body experience? Are you the embodiment of the feeling alien in regular human form? Yeah. Corn Pop! Thank you for popping in. I've been shit talking. I've been pulled away. I've been 15 minutes late. We're having a show. I'm trying to sew buttonholes for these coveralls, and Loki has other ideas. How are you today, good corn pop? What are you working on? Anything fun? I think Deb and I were talking maybe next Saturday. I'm gonna make sure I've got enough paracord. I'm gonna find a tutorial video, and we will have a group. Let's watch a video and learn how to make paracord slingshots because I haven't done it yet, and I use the show to do things I need to make sure I take time to do. Here we are. And I'm just going a second pass around this button. I'm trying not, I don't touch anything. I just let everything do its stuff. And hopefully Loki doesn't try to. So far, so good. What do you think, Loki? Ah, yes, this feature. Corn Pop welcoming. Jess welcoming. Corn Pop. Cross-platform chat. So good. So great. Oh, but yes. Something was going on with Rumble Studio, and I'm curious to know. They keep doing stuff. They tease stuff. Don't tell us what enough is going on, and then things are a disaster for a while, and then it all gets rolled out and everything's great. I think we're back at the beginning. Perfect timing, Loki. Let's try. Does Loki have a thread hanging from his chin? Loki, do you have a thread hanging from your chin? Oh, thank you, and not anymore. Oh no, he is pretty. Yeah, he is. Alright, let's be more careful. Looking if anything is little. Thanks, Corn Pop. You were. I'm tired of this stressful day. With you. No. Oh, I tried so careful because my auntie had to take her cat. They ate like a whole salad bread one of them, and that was a disaster. I'm like, I can't have that. And I sewed my button closed. Oh, Loki. Now I'm all. Oh, gonna be okay. Gonna be okay. On to our next button. And now I worry about being a horrible cat mom. But it's gonna be okay. And I just touched the plate cover. Those eyes of his. Even the vet looks at Loki's eyes and is like, oh my god, what a yeah, I know. And he's such a sensitive artist. So stressful. So stressed out that cat gets. Oh, Saturday. I'm supposed to be having fun. And stressed out that I keep having to deal with work things. But fingers crossed. I can just do some sewing, get some buttonholes, and now super fun pair of pants. And then we can get to our zombie apocalypse camp. Because who doesn't need to work on or Phoenix, just shut up. You're really good stupid today. Just jab it with the sharp snips. Pray that I in the center and trim perfectly. You know what? This is good for right now. This is kind of like needle felting. Sometimes you just need a project where your only job is to stab it. even pick out buttons. I was like, let's just pull out which size buttonhole we put. The button second. Whatever fits. So I know we've got enough stuff. These are shifty. Oh, all those earthquakes. Everything's so funny. I can't see. We taught him that we snap. Don't think my buttonholes are the most perfectly welcome to that pre-stitched. Oh my god. I don't know why, because we broadcast an entire packet of new jalapeno pepper seeds. And I don't see any evidence of them germinating yet. But another buttonhole stitched. So I can just kind of see where I marked with the pencil where I kind of need to get the buttonholes set. And just stitch away. I'm going to next we'll put together the shoulder strap section. After that, we'll put some buttonholes on the shoulder straps and then buttons on the facing section. We'll do that fancy tuck it in and stitch everything down all at once way. Oh, just a 3 more to go. There's nothing. These old tools, they just make these machines so even more impressive and fun. They must have gone outside. He's gonna eat some grass, and if he eats a little piece of something, he's gonna puke it up shortly, because that cat loves to eat grass and then puke it up for cleaning out all that fur, because he's got such long fur. But you don't need to hear me talk about that. Oh. Alright, so I just leave the needle engaged on the outside. I'm going to pick up the presser foot and just carefully, like I have before, grab and slice. So satisfying. Put everything lined back up again and stitch around again. I think the Allies are teaching us the best way to add buttonholes. So we'll get these last two put in, sew the facing on the opposite side, and then start working on the shoulder straps, getting those buttonholes stitched. Pin them in, pin on the facing. Yeah, maybe we'll, besides the sewing of the buttons, well, who knows? We'll see what happens. Anything could happen today. I think I don't think that much possibility for cruising. Not with the way things have been going. Yeah, so they're just really nicely finished no minimal raw edges compared to just a single pass around. Oops. We continue to wreak havoc and tear things around. I generally wind up. This and ultimate one for this portion on who touched something. I have had quite a bit of fun with the chatting shuttles this week. Just playing around with some, working on this little freeform, just to get my hands on this, comfortable with the tools. They're so much fun. Now I want netting noodles, because who doesn't want to be able to make and repair their own fishing net? Where am I going to go fishing? Oh, there's places to fish. We'll figure that out. But like, it's craft adjacent. If we just need to look at a couple of other new tools to hold in our hands. Hey, what are you doing, man? What's up? Yeah, did you have a good roll around outside? Did you have a good roll around? Are you gonna come say hello again? Do you think you want to? Are you okay? You are dirty, dirty, dirty. The good thing we're not doing super fine butchery. We're doing stuff to get muck around in, because we have dust and grime all over you. Yeah. I'm contemplating stopping here on the buttonholes. I've got this last one marked, but I would kind of like to try it on with the buttons and then decide if I really want one there or not. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think actually I'm just getting bored with sewing them on this packet. Alright, coming down the home stretch. Oh, are you sneaking up behind me, cat? I saw you sneaking around over there. Done and done for now. Glad I made friends with the buttonhole foot. Kind of intimidated me for quite some time. It does have its funny. Hey, what are you doing? Besides getting into stuff and then making me panic. You don't need to have a panic. It's the stitching bitch, not a panic party, dude. Yeah, come on. Alright. Ah, regular. That's what we're looking for. Food dog covered. Check. Well, What's this? Back. And let's do the facing for the other half of the pant. So I've got our line of buttonholes all on the front center placket here. Yeah, so traditionally most overalls have the buttons on the sides to unhook. I decided, or these pants decided they wanted to have the center of closure up the center front. So I said, sure, why not? And then I'm going to make some little shorter tabs for the back to nip in the waist. Sometimes you want a little pleat. Oh, are you putting on my other pant leg? No. Where is the leg? Leg on my pant leg. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take a second to make sure that I have a right leg and a left leg. Okay. I need to put the facing onto the piece that's on top. Perfect. Beautiful. Oh, you are like sleeping on me. Why don't you bring your phone up here, honey? We can't hear you so good. You think it's kind of yeah? Alright, okay. Alright, let's gonna go get you some pants. Let's gonna get you some pants. I want you some pants. Oh, you are afraid. He's mad at me because I went to check on him and he thinks I'm gonna be daddy grabby and mean. I'm gonna have to leave him off. Why, baby? Yeah. Come on. Can we do it over here? Come on. I can't. We'll take you back. Come on. Baby. He's like confused. And he looks sad. He thinks I'm gonna grab him. We did get the cabin truck. Did. Oh, oh, that cat. But he. Come on, dude. He's afraid I'm gonna grab him, so he's like, I don't want to come that close. She's gonna do something to me. Here, I left some treats right up here for you. Can I sit back while you jump in my lap? Come on. You're, come on. You are so slow. Little man would have already been up here. He's afraid I'm gonna grab him. And then yesterday, before bed, he had some snacks, and I had the lid of this jar open, and he put his whole head in there to steal himself some snacks, and then proceeded to get his head stuck, and then was that classic, like, cat running around in terror because their head stuck. Yeah, we did that, but we didn't. Oh my god, that cat. So sweet, so fluffy, so scared. That cat, he's got like feline anxiety. Oh, we forgot the back stitch. It doesn't matter because we're gonna cover it with the facing. And I'm startling myself. You want one of those nappies? Okay. Maybe you'll do. Oh, you probably would have done better tricks if my butt wasn't sitting in the chair and I got up. You're right. I fluffed it up, didn't I, Lucky? You fluffed it up again, Phoenix. Fluffed it up again. This is why you should always defluff your sewing machine and know where all your little thread ends are in the little container. It keeps them away from. Well, you don't need them. And I'm not going to. Oh yeah. So after I sew this part, we can put in the back front seam and have an entire pair of pants. Because then we can sew the top facing kind of all at once. I really see they're coming together. So we are going to open this up, give it a good finger press. Real quick, try up the end of the seam as I was pressing. I noticed that we're not well attached. So let's just make this more reinforced. Yeah, that'll work better. Alright, now we're just going to do our 2 lines of top stitching again. We will, and then we'll have an entire, where I could put an entire bifurcated garment. Fully completed yet? Not quite, but would be able to get 2 legs in. You didn't. Oh, hey, are you okay? Come on. You're not being shy, Grace. Yeah. Come on. I will give you another snack if you could actually do a trick. Me and you some. Come on. Alright, go. That's how you're gonna be. That's how you're gonna be. Oh, that's it for right now. But Freya prefers to cut her snack, or you can finish hers. Yeah, you know snacks don't freeze. You gotta work for your snacks. Alright, one more, and then I've got to close it up just in case your brother gets here. And then I'm gonna have to give more snacks. That's it. No more snacks for right now, Daddy. Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix history. Just blubbered all over the table. I'm gonna have to like. Now, and I'm gonna stall. Today's show, not for the weak stomached. Or the same. Mm, yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I'm just gonna press it open. Give another good finger press to right along that stitch line. Yep, because here, Blimo's, in Blimo's School of Sewing, pressing, highly important. Iron's overrated. Let me get resituated. Shake it out. I love how shiny this black is, too. Just drive it along the edge carefully if I can. But TTFN, have fun at your next destination. All these buttonholes and roof is getting on this. Could you sew something else? Maybe. When I feel like it. Oh, you know what I'm gonna. Oh, I am not on the side where the buttons are gonna go. I'm gonna have stitched not a single stitch because my father's thread ran out. What was I saying? Oh, I'm gonna leave. Just gonna do the top stitching on the seam edge. I'm gonna leave the opposite end open and stitch the buttons on first, and then I can cover over where the button, and then I will sew that closed so that the button stitches are tucked away and you won't see them because it'll be nice, cleanly finished on the inside. Yeah. Watch. I wonder what color buttons we're gonna end up with, or if they're all gonna match. I didn't count. I don't know how many buttons I'm gonna need. Sure, I know I have plenty of buttons, so that's not gonna be an issue. Just decide which ones to use. Okay. Oh, he's just tried the right way. Oh, actually, yeah, my quilter's still here. Like maybe no, it doesn't matter. I don't have a real question yet. Scratch that. I want to buy stuff. I've got like the buy me, but I don't have the I need to buy you thing. That's kind of a moot point. Before I buy new quilt batting stuff, I'm going to use up the old blankies that have been well loved. Because it's not like I'm quilting a blanket, I'm making quilted fabric for clothes. So on the side where I'm going to add the buttons, I'm going to sew the buttons through the stabilizer section that I have nicely stitched down that's not really attached well to the side that I'd ironed it, but that's fine. They'll be reinforced, and then once all the buttons are on, I can stitch down. Did you even see that? Sew the buttons through these two layers, cover it over, and then it'll all be tucked away. Maybe I'll just do some good stitches. So if I have to get it, that's a good idea. Gonna just add some giant whip stitches in case I need to go in and reinforce and or replace a button that they're easy to get to, but it's nicely finished because I already put in a narrow rolled hem on that side. Let's make a pair of pants from two mono legs, a bifurcated garment. Now the hard part. Getting everything stuffed into the leg in the right orientation. Here, right side out. I want one side facing, then and right side facing. Just gonna slip some pins in and wrong. Now I'm gonna do the stuff the leg with it because I only have to fill up half of it. The other half is the front where the openings are. Let's continue making something and be fun. Then I can spend some time with my brain thinking what we want to do for the shirts and or jacket. No, shirt and, not and or. Who uses and or? The answer is always and. Generally. Thinking it would be fun to have that little bomber jacket in the red with the brown detail. Oh, or do quilt on quilt and do the red shot quilted and then have some of the brown that we did for the cargo pants on the elbows. It's an old-fashioned smoking jacket with a leather elbow reinforcement. Yes, yeah. So I'm just gonna ride this theme all the way to where it's until I get some stuff at the top. You're so good with words. So smart. So articulate. My perfect little studio camera too would have another like real one. I don't know how to have that many video imports right now. Without, I don't think I've got with my words. I I don't think my graphics capabilities could handle that much amazing input. Oh, hello, good job. Alright. Phoenix, you're shit in the bed. Well, you're working wire, but don't pretend to be. You can't use fancy toys or overuse gimmicks to give you a better quality production. There's nothing in this book. Even if you throw every gimmick under the sun at it. They're not correct. Yeah. Gimmick won't save something that's not good. Just checking, we've got one completed seat scene. This should be on the inside. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give it a press. Oh, we're gonna have to get the straps sorted. Put in the buttonholes on the strap. Then I'm gonna pin them down and attach the straps in the facing. Oh, there we go. It'll just keep everything nice and clean and reinforced. Here, oh, another other things for that tracing around and keeping it covered. Does it really work sturdy material? No. I just practicing the overall gist of the making look like it. We've got more to work. Cheat myself by looking at random things on eBay or Marketplace. I don't know. Shop with fresh. Actually, that's probably what I need to do later. Is just maybe not the next couple of days. I want to make it. Just touch the jack and what might do the trick. That'll be an even more tactile experience rather than just scrolling and looking at pretty pictures. I got stuff I can touch and like. Oh, alright, and I put in the French things that is right, wrong sides together, stitched with it opposite way, so that the right side goes together, and fingers crossed that everything's all enclosed and I don't have stray edges leading through this thing. A little truth. We failed. There's some little fluffies that crept through. Hello, Ellie! Welcome, welcome! How are you? Oh, we were such busy little beavers today so far. And once we finally got a show started, I now have button placket to sew buttons onto, a placket with buttonholes stitched, all attached for our fancy front closing coverall things. I think I need both and shoulder straps. And then we'll do little back tabs. Oh, not fingers crossed. Pinky out. It's French, yeah. Yes, our fancy front closing coveralls, because side closing, side snap overalls, everybody can get those ones. Ours needed to be different. question I kind of guesstimate is how long to make the straps. I'm gonna make them a little bit longer than they need to be. Oh yes, corn pop welcoming Allie. Yay! Oh, because I can only I'm gonna add 3 or 4 different button sections. I don't mind if the straps are too long. Actually, should we just hold the pants up to our belly and get a better sense? Because we're fancy. I'm still trying to sort out our mannequin situation. Pieces keep coming together, my brain keeps thinking about it, and then I keep rejecting things. Okay, it's gonna go something like this. I can tell there's gonna be something funny in the front, so I'm glad that I didn't. Hmm. Huzzah, we've got pants on. Very fancy. Holding, throwing the measuring tape. Oh, Ellie, hello, corn pop over on the rumble. Something similar, saying something like 16. Let's make it 20 to 20 inches long. Oh, okay, before we forget, I need to make the narrow ruffled strap. Should break these numbers down. Looks like I'm got ruffle strap already made. I'm just going to cut it to 40 inches and then cut it in half again. Yes, you do that. You do that. What was my brain thinking? How I want to attach the this ruffle band, how to sandwich it inside the button bracket. I guess we'll get there when we get there. I need to measure on the unruffled edge. I really enjoyed how, wow, camera 2, you are running super slow. It's just you. You know, focus on the dark filler cord with the ruching cut. I really have enjoyed using that technique with that cut. Like the bowl is just meant to have that counter counter tension, and you're using that cut. Instead 30, yeah, 220, 30. I'm gonna continue to cut up and shim again. Two more button pieces. Mm, Problems when I know what I'm gonna do but didn't think out how many inches wide do I want it to be. I take 1 inch from here, and then an inch in the front, 2 inches on the strap sections. Then we'll have room to accommodate for the fold, the folding and half stuff. What are you making? Phoenix, you so stunning, so spectacular. This is not even how I want to cut straight lines. You are showing all the ways how to not do stuff with any good success. on this. I'm ready to go through. I want the entire strip to be 3 inches. I've got an inch in thin from the other strip, so this needs to be like, this is already really. Do you know what we're doing? Alright, this is, I've got one strip with the really can put some. Alright, let's see for various thinking. I'm going to where I could. Why would I not use the extra from the ruffle band to be the other side of the fabric so that I don't need to increase it and you can do this all at once. Why my brain not being able to put together this construction technique? This should not be that complicated. I want to sew a tube and be able to flip it out and have the ruffles on the outside. I'm gonna stitch it down and then fold it up and then I'm dumb. Alright, Phoenix, take a break for a second and unpick that new pocket. Alright, cargo pants. And you need to be I'm just undoing that bias binding while my brain tries to figure out what I need to do to get those straps to work right. And now, in the end, on the outside of the strap is going to be a strip of the ruffles. Maybe we just need to cut it and then sandwich it and just sew 2 tubes and then I can pull it through. Hey, what is going on, Trouble? Why are you being so mean? Oh. I mean, come on, dude. You could at least come and say hello if you're just gonna run in like that. But no, is this what we're getting today? Good meaning. I think what I'm gonna do is trim the ruffle to the length that I want it, and then I'll use the extra, and we're just gonna sew a tube and then pull it through. And then top stitch, and then apply the buttonholes, because the buttons will be attached to the pants themselves. Then we can do crisscrosses. We can do all sorts of fun ways of the time, but yeah. The straps over the shoulders. You are stuck in the bed. Are you doing? Almost done unpick this. So while we're here, we're gonna sew this too. Just bounce between projects. Okay. And then sketched on one of the pockets, but it must be the other leg. I have oops, the piece of the later. Marked out where I want the pockets to go. And we'll cut some pieces for the lining pockets because there's no reason to continue. We might continue on with our experiment of all the different pocket opportunities. I'm just gonna make some decisions and we're just gonna try on this markup. We'll see what happens. Oh, this will be much better. I'm just opening. I open the bias to kind of moving it flat and then stitching it around. The last time I tried to sew it on the inside and then flip it, it wasn't layering. It's like large, superior, and a nicer. What I did for the other one. Losing all this. Like, yeah. I'm probably doing it oh, these cans are going to have stories to tell. Both these pairs. What troubles are you going to get into? I jump out in the road, fixing stuff. Where are you taking me, Pan? Where are you going to take me? Oh, well, definitely in that corner, but well, I'm going to figure it. It'll sort itself out when we get. That was the thing. I didn't have anything. So we can just fix it. Don't look too closely at all the labels. Here's some funny business in my pants. Yeah, funny business on my pants because I'm not in my pants. And they really even funny. And funny business is I'm sure you should have showed up today. Like, how could I not show up? What else would I be doing? Funny therapy when I can blabber nonsensically on the internet and way better. Way better. In my wardrobe. Oh, that's what I almost wore today. Speaking of wardrobe, I may have accidentally spent $7. Not too much. I thought it was a piece of silk fabric, and then I opened it, and it was an entire silk schmata in red with gold handboard and machine embroidery work on it, and I said, yeah, hey, maybe we'll wear that tomorrow. Is it your turn now? Is it your turn for snack? Okay, just don't close out the show. Can you sit down? Can you sit your fanny down? Alright, hold on, let me open up the snack pack. I know, but you gotta at least give them some eyes and some cute scrunchy faces while you're eating. They don't need to see your backside. Oh, trouble! Snacks for trouble! Ooh, Phoenix, what's wrong with you? Oh! Mia, were you outside eating grass too? Were you eating grass? Alright, one more. Yeah. Alright, troubles. That's it for right now. That's it. I gotta get some more work done. Yeah, we gotta get some keep me company. Will you sit on my chair like you did last week? Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Back outside. He keeps trying to roll around in my windows though, and I keep being like, Dove, you can't let him roll around. Trying to sit in the strawberry patch. He likes to crawl underneath the net that we have over the blueberries so that the birds don't come and eat my blueberries. Haha, they can't. I did spend some time the other day, out trying to just encourage the roses from the Secret Rose Garden to grow in the direction that I wanted them to grow rather than where they thought they were going to be. Just doing a little moving of the plants, getting it to sit right just so in the fence row. Oh, and you can ask Kitty what to do if it doesn't work. Ain't like that human. No, definitely not. He's like, I'm here. There should be snacks the whole time. Come on, lady. More snacks. More snacks. We work for them. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. I'm still fascinated about that they talk about these feline alien people. Wow, man. If you don't sit. Alright. Fixed cargo pocket. Now fixed. I don't have the pocket pieces cut up yet. I have marked on the other pocket where I want the cargo pockets to. Actually, this leg is the one that's gonna have. This is the left side. I think I want my chicken leg pocket on the right side. That's where the zippers are going. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh, that actually. Oh, that is kind of funny, but kind of is not gonna knock it. So the leg that happens to be the right leg with the detachable zipper pocket is going to have a double zipper situation. It'll have a real pocket and then a pocket that goes in onto the inside so we can pull out our chicken meat leg. I've got two zippers, and then we'll have the zipper cut guard fold over these to cover them. I think I've got a more taupe zipper. I might use that one for the more concealed zip section, and then have a real zipper for the other, for the zipper you see in the zipper I'm trying to distract you from. I think if we just be brave and stitch down the zipper, split open where the zipper is going to open onto the inside, and then it'll be making a zipper, a little pocket bag. Okay, sure, why not? Let's put on a zipper foot. Guess it's just as well that we're doing. And I can also make notes of. I make this again, or at a different fabric. If there's a step I wished I'd done in a different order, because not like I know oodles of resources of how do you make crazy. What's the best order of stitching? I don't know. You know, I need to give myself, you know, I'll sew it down, split it open, and we can do like the diamond method maybe and stitch it down a second time so everything's super deeply reinforced. And I held the pants up and then opened my hand into the pocket area just to make sure everything was going to lay where I wanted it to. Because when I took the measurements of like, oh, the pockets were 9 by 9, I was like, that looks, these pants, is that really big enough? Can I make them that smaller? But then I opened my hand up all the way and was like, you know what? No, I am going to make them that size. And that low really is where my hand naturally wanted to go in and reach for those. So I'm not going to question it. Hey, Freya Roofers, you're back again. You already had snacks. You showed up on camera today and had snackies. You silly goose. The zipper side of the pants and then the non-zippered side. That's kind of funny. Why is my brain having a conundrum that I should have sewed this zipper open on the inside and then lift it out? We're here. I'm just gonna see what this looks like. But once I make the cut, I can't go back. But the inside zipper right underneath the zipper strap. Or this is the real zipper. There's zipper. Oh yes. We put the wrong zipper on. Do I have a right zipper? I'm just gonna leave this here for right now. I'm not gonna do any cutting. I'm gonna stitch thinking I know what I'm doing for these pants. Well, my brain is thinking because we're gonna have one inside the cargo pocket. There's gonna be this zipper. You unzip it and you can reach in to grab your chicken leg. But then on top of it, there's gonna be another zipper with a different. You'll see if I show you carefully what I think I'm doing. All right, I guess we're back to. Well, we can't avoid them because they don't really. my Jesus, come back. Oh, we just want to throw everything all over the floor today. But then we have to pick it all up. It's just going up to 20. I already cut it. I'm grabbing you feel it. The straps I already cut because you are advanced. Alright, there's our plant. Put those behind you. There we go. I have the ruffle end with it's all bound. I'm going to cut inch in half because then I'm going to sandwich the ruffle. Yeah. Mm, I'll fold it and try to cut through as many layers. It's not really the best way. It would almost be easier to just make it from scratch, but I've got this left over, so we're just going to figure out how to cut it and use what we already have made. You know what would be easier? One work harder. And I can just stitch it and then cut it and then add the other layer. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'll fold this part back and then there will be the ruffle on the edge. Yes, okay. Oh, Allie, now from Blamo, a cargo pant with space age design, a pocket that detaches and becomes a bag with a pocket, and now you can tactically toss a snack when undercover. Exactly. If in space, pass a snack across the Artemis and keep them together. No one wants perpetual Skittles bouncing off the walls. Nope. It's not like exactly. You don't keep your Skittles safe. Keep them in your detachable pocket. It's funny that I'm gonna cut the fabric and then use the same fabric to stitch it again. But my brain can't think of how else to do it in a way that I can't come up with another way that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Nope, not with that foot. Since I missed that foot is still misplaced and now I'm paranoid of losing the other one. I need to find a regular month of proletariat sewing foot, so I've got another one in reserve. Oh, I can't wait for these habanero and what did I get? Habanero and a different cherry? I can't think of it. Peppers aren't growing. There's gonna fire her for two. Yes, please. I'm gonna bring home some more pepper. My brain's fighting again. Here, it's not that complicated. We're sewing a ruffle onto one half of the fabric, and then we're gonna take it and make a channel. You're not, don't think it's more complicated. We're sewing in about an inch. Ah, cherry bomb pepper plants. I love those roasted. I don't think, is that the other name for habanero? Cherry bomb sounds good. Ooh. Yeah, those are gonna, I'm gonna care for those. Oh, all my plants are gonna get tended for. Like, I can't wait to see if these jalapenos are gonna germinate at all. I can't believe out of an entire pack, and it's not even like that. We just bought those packet of seeds this year, I think, not that long ago. But nothing has germinated yet. I was like, I can't have it. Oh, you can't plant them anymore. Are the critters too much, or is it too spicy in your tummy? Oh, well, I would, but you have to find some seeds. If I If these plants grow, then I'll save some seeds. I know, thinking about seed saving and oh, I feel so late behind the eight ball, and like there's so much stuff. If my brain took it all in, I would have. Well, it's too late now. We have to check the seed packet on the date. Yeah, I had seeds that I've been keeping in the freezer that are like way too old. And some of them germinate, some of them don't, so I just like over broadcast. I think it's just as well that that entire packet of fennel seeds didn't germinate a single one either, but those were old. But I put them in knowing I don't really love fennel. I was just tired of looking at the seed packet. Why not? The worst that could happen is none of them germinate. Alright, let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, Ellie, you have some seedlings from 2022. Oh, some have been selling seeds from 2022. You only got the freshest because you keep them for a while. Yeah, oh my goodness. Probably just gonna get more common, but yeah, the art of state seed saving is going to be helpful. This looks like trash. Is it? Let me get the thing. I'm gonna unpick this and do it again because I should have stitched farther from the ruffle edge because the ruching gathers all the material up or gathers it together, and I didn't do a very good job stretching it back out again to lay straight, and now it just looks like ruffle on ruffle, which is I'm trying to talk myself into not unpicking it. Like, is there some way I can just like lay this where it doesn't look horrible to me? And no, for peppers, you germinate on a paper towel wet in a Ziploc bag. That is a good way to do it. What grows, you cut around the root on the paper and plant. I will have to check next time I get them from seeds. That sounds like a good idea. Because I know usually when I dry the seed, or previous times where I've saved seeds, I've dried the pepper seeds on to the paper towel to cure them. So I could just moisten that, and then that would be a way. I could just do it all in one. I was super excited to see a sunflower plant creeping up. Keep spreading all these sunflower heads. I saved some of the seeds and bury them, and whether the birds get there, and my sunflowers always end up miniature. There's a spot where people have got 7, 8 foot tall sunflowers, and mine are like 4. Like, alright, somehow all I can do is dwarf sunflowers. We're almost unpicked with this. Now, brain, what a better way to do this? Maybe I just need to cut it so it's straight and I have less fabric to manipulate. There's enough. Why am I working so hard? Just gonna get a little bit of space. Stitch it, cut the excess, and then stitch it down on the rest. Okay. Simple little brain has found a way that's going to get the job done and cause me less consternation, which is also good. Yeah, a while ago I grabbed some sleep here. I don't know why I didn't just grab the palm of the plant. I was like, oh, I need the fruits for the seeds when there's way easier ways to have cultivated said plant. But I dried them, scarified them, and stuck them in because it sounds like the germination that way is like, it took forever. They didn't do anything. And who knows if I scarified them enough, scratched them up with an emery board. I'm just trying to go where I thought that the fabric naturally wants to lay flat again, because where it's ruffled, it doesn't want to lay flat so easily. But this way that I can just open it, fold it down, and then what I was thinking I wanted to do was be able to use the rolled hem edge, but we'll just make a fresh rolled hem. Who knows? Oh, because I also didn't sort out the closure for it. Oh, yeah. I even tried to like sit yesterday and make a list of like, all right, Phoenix, what are the projects we're working on for today? What do you need to cut and collect and get sorted? So you can be a good hostess and pretend to be organized and even to my try. Okay, so now I've got the ruffle edge, I've got the reinforced edge, I've got all of this extra fabric that I'm going to cut away. I was thinking like a little 3-inch. Okay. You like this bigger chunky? I'm gonna leave it bigger, because then I can get away with what I wanted to do, which is use this rolled hem folded over to cover up the raw edge. And now everything is tidy and finished. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Now I just have to remember what we did on the second side. It's better to be funny on this thing. Oh, and I'm gonna rip it apart again because I didn't sew straight for a second time in a row. Loving this up. Now, something else to do. Yeah, push trying to do practice more skills and incorporate some different things and failing at all of it. I'll just go for a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, because Doug was thinking of like little skinny shoulder straps, and I kind of like this way that they were nice and big and chunky straps. What if we start with the rolled hem edge first? No, it has to be the other way around. Mm, I just need to be more careful stitching it down so that everything stays flat. Because my trouble that I'm running into, my consternation is because this edge is already gathered up from the ruching, it doesn't lay flat and it takes up more material. Mm-hmm. Fluff it. I need a break from it. My brain hurts. No. Next. Don't give up. What is it that we need to do to make this work right? What's up, Goober? Right at first, how are we supposed to make this work? Why? My brain's thinking this is like the most complicated, ridiculous thing, and it's not. Not because it because it's true. gonna be doing now. God, then I need mistakes. What you can do this way? Maybe. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, I'm not gonna count my chickens before they've hatched. I think I like this slightly better than the past. Fingers crossed. We did it right this time. Or that I'm just not displeased this time. I don't think there's a shush up in there. Just a stitch. Alright. I think we're just gonna go with it. It is on the Schmish's doors. This is gonna cause me consternation with the buttonhole it is. Is it? Alright, I give up. I'm calling it a show. I'm falling apart. What a show. Thanks everybody. I know we've been super great. It's such a good show we've had today. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. Hopefully work doesn't work right before and something is different. But thanks for everybody who decided to come out for a few minutes today. We should be slightly less horrible tomorrow, but with no guarantees. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be around, or maybe I'll just hide in my cave. All right. GTFN.